Hello Twin Flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to your energy update. Today we're going to do a classic spread, so I'll be looking at the divine feminine, divine masculine energy. We'll get an answer to additional question, what do we need to know about the journey at this time. And the third question today is going to be, what is the message towards the divine counterpart? So it will be a message from feminine to masculine and vice versa. And we will begin with a quick oracle message, as always. Today I'm using the Sacred Traveler deck. Just a reminder while I'm shuffling that we do have New Moon in Capricorn coming up on Sunday, and I plan to release a separate reading for it tomorrow, most likely. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is definitely another opportunity to reset, to cleanse, and maybe reconsider what you've been doing. Even if you've got your New Year's resolutions, you feel like you have a plan. We are fast approaching end of the first month, right? Or at least it's been a couple of weeks. Maybe I'm just rushing too much to call it end of the month. But it's already been a couple of weeks. And let's say you followed through, you've been doing something new, you've been changing your habits. What is the result right now? Where are you at? How are you feeling about it, right? I'm not saying if you don't feel good about it, just quit it right away. Maybe that's an option too, right? But also see how maybe you want to adjust, or maybe do additional research, or maybe ask somebody else to help you with where you feel you still have some challenges, right? So this is a great opportunity because Capricorn is such a practical sign, very earthly, very specifics, right? A bit nerdy maybe at times, but like very much like, give me the money, right? Let's be specific. Don't just talk about this large scale vision that's, something great is going to happen 10 years from now. I'm interested in what's happening at this moment. What are you doing? What tools are you using? What is your strategy? So bam, and that's how we get results, right? That's the Capricorn approach. Then you put in the hard work and you get the result. So utilize this inspiration to see of what is the best way to invest your resources, whether it's financial or your energy and time, your health, anything else that you may have at your disposal, right? It's a great way to optimize and improve. All right, so for feminines, and of course, those who are new, welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And for all of you guys, please hit the like button. It's very important for me. It allows to spread the word and to share this message with those who need to hear it. Also helps the channel. Another way to help the channel, if you enjoy my videos and you want to continue seeing them here for free, is of course to donate, and there is information about that below as well. Divine Feminines, your message for today is Gates of Triumph. Success expands in your life. This is like 601's equivalent in this deck, right? Beautiful, beautiful. I'm usually drawn to the contrast between like the foreground and the background here. You're like stepping out of the dark place into something bright and beautiful. So bright that it may be blinding and intimidating for a moment, right? But don't push it away. Don't feel intimidated and don't think like, oh, maybe I'm not ready yet, or I didn't ask for that. That's the divine plan unfolding. Let it happen. Let it be an inspiration, right? Or a confirmation of how far you've come, how much you worked for it, and also how capable you are, that maybe you don't even realize that you're very capable in that way. And that's why that triumph is coming in. For masculines, we have solitude. In silence, peace prevails. I'm pretty sure we had it in one of our last readings. Talked about it too. It's unusual to most people, especially these days where our lives are so fast, so vibrant, so packed with information. It's... I like to say that sometimes people forget the value of peace. They don't think about it enough. And peace often comes in that stillness, especially at the beginning of the spiritual journey, while you're kind of like still learning your ways to ground, to balance. This is one of the easiest ways right? And I'm the first one to say that I was one of the people who had trouble with solitude. Not really with solitude as such, but was the quiet time, right? Because again, it's like, the brain is looking for an escape. It can get pretty intense in your head, to be face to face with your brain, what's happening there, with feelings and emotions as well, without having a distraction of whether it's visual or audio, whether you are out there doing something or you are at home, have to have TV on or music on at all times. Otherwise, it's just becomes suffocating on some level, right? I know a lot of you can relate to that. And that's part of our reality. There's nothing weird about it. But I would say that there is definitely a lot of value in finding or getting to that point where you're very comfortable being in solitude and in a quiet space where you can enjoy the moment, right? Whatever it is for you. And of course, as a most straightforward symbol of what this is all about is to go and do more of whatever brings you that peace, to do more of your mindfulness practices and get into that state and savor that moment. Okay, let's get into tarot now. Let me set out the spread. Bottom of the deck is the Star. This is Aquarian energy. We are fast approaching the season of Aquarius. It's going to start in about a week from now. And this is a reminder, right? This is a great reminder that how important it is to have that guiding star, to have that vision, and not just of what I'm going to do next, but why. The why is a very important part of it. And that's what Aquarian energy in its most conservative form is a lot about, how what I'm doing with my life is making an impact for the humanity. How is it leaving a legacy? How am I making the world a better place, right? So those could be the questions that you may be asking, maybe even for during this new moon, right? How do I align my personal goals with, how I can serve to others? Four of Swords, yeah, peace and quiet. I've already spoken enough about that, but this is just the confirmation. This is relevant both for masculines and feminines, because we saw that Solitude card for the masculines, but this is just as important for the feminines. All right, feminines, your energy is represented by the Empress and Two of Wands. Beautiful energy. There's a noise, I'm trying to understand if it's rain. No. Beautiful energy of the Empress, right? It's like this is your potential, this is your beauty, this is your general charm, charisma, and fertility in the best possible way, right? Where you're bringing more of that inspiration and nurture to anything that you approach and touch and interact with, right? And that should give you, as far as your own personal potential goals and what you're creating for yourself, it should give you a much better idea, this being in this energy. So if you are in this energy, if you are getting into the space of what are my gifts, recognizing your beauty, your power, and that feminine power potential, right? Creativity within you as well. See how that aspect can actually help you make some changes in your life, right? Maybe it won't be obvious at the beginning, or a lot of times when we dive into those higher ground and higher vibrational aspects of our life and potential, we can't always easily connect those to our everyday activities, to our routine, let's call it that way, right? But it's very important to connect the two. So it doesn't just live as a theory in your head that you have all these gifts and how special you are, but you actually, the choices that you're making on a daily basis and the way that you lead your life actually is reflective of that as much as possible. How can you bring more of that alignment during this time? For masculines, we have Two of Pentacles, clarified by Ace of Cups. So masculines are starting to see the difference in their decision making of when they choose something out of habit, out of sense of responsibility, out of somebody else's expectation, or out of the heart space and what resonates for them internally, what feels true, what feels good and loving, right? How different that reality is. It used to be just like there is just one long list, and now it's like, oh, but there is a difference, right? And it's almost like as soon as you realize how different it is, it happens almost automatically that your brain starts leaning towards, and your psychic and your psyche starts leaning towards more of that stuff that makes you feel good, or decisions that make you feel good and help you open up your heart more rather than less. Additional question for today, Queen of Pentacles, clarified by Ace of Swords. We started talking about lifestyle and changes in our routine, so let's see. Again, this is like the wave of that new moon in Capricorn energy to me personally. What is the truth of what kind of changes should we bring into our everyday life, our habits? For feminines, Seven of Swords, clarified by the Emperor. The true power lies not necessarily in controlling and manipulating, but in feeling like you don't really need to give a damn about that, right? Like the fact that I am empowered in my own life, at least, right, with that Emperor energy, means that I don't need to manipulate or get somebody to persuade somebody to do certain things for me, or to keep certain things a secret to keep their relationship, right? It means that I can be myself, with my best judgment, of course, but I don't really need to play those tricks to get to where I want to be. For masculines, we see Four of Swords, another Four of Swords, and Page of Wands. Yeah, so masculines are starting to see how they need to pay more attention to simple pleasures in life, and do something that sometimes feels silly, feels like a waste of, like we think of it as a waste of time, but it's actually giving a lot of inspiration to you, right? And this is like with this page, I'm seeing like this inner child image of divine masculines when they were little boys. Of course, take gender how it resonates, just taking a more classic example here with male masculines. And it like takes you back, and unlocks certain kind of power, certain kind of knowledge that maybe you've lost as you grew up, maybe because somebody talked you out of it, or it was just such a long time ago you forgot about it, right? Or you never took it seriously because maybe nobody else around you took it seriously, right? And now you're starting to unlock that treasure of what gave you a lot of joy and happiness, what really ignited your passion, and now dedicating more time and creating more space for it. What is the message from the feminine to the masculine today? We see Six of Cups and the Devil. So feminines are saying they are reminiscing of the past times together, of what it was like. And the truth is that it's tempting to think of like all the great times and focus on that and forget about the pain, right? It just be like, oh my God, this was otherworldly, whatever it was. For some, it's physical experience. For others, it could be more of a, just the fun we had together and how we could finish each other's sentences or something. But feminines are saying, I know that this was real, but I also know that I need to remember about the stuff that was tense, that triggered me, that created arguments, that created a void between us, right? Not to linger on it, not to fixate on it, but to be able to use it as a toolkit, as a guidance to what is it that I'm supposed to work on, and what is it that I'm supposed to face on my own before I can continue, and before I can just relax and focus on the good times with you, which we had a lot of those. Message from the masculine to the feminine. Four of Pentacles, clarified of Seven of Cups. Masculines have such big dreams, and they're saying, I have I want to accomplish so much in my life, personally, professionally, and definitely in my relationship with you, right? I dream a lot about it. I daydream, I dream at night. Sometimes it's weird how um, realistic those dreams are, but it almost take me to a different realm where I don't recognize myself, or only just recognize myself by some features, because the life is so different that I'm living. But in each of those realities, there is a partner, and you are that partner that does life with me. Sometimes we focus more on our creative projects. In other realities, we focus more on family life and raising kids, doing a great job with it, volunteering. But in any and all of them, you are the one that helps me stay grounded and really find appreciation for things that I couldn't appreciate without you. For simple things in life, oftentimes, but those that need to be remembered, that need to be recognized. And I'm so grateful, even for this dream time that I have with you. It feels like it creates memories for me as well. And when I wake up, I realize that it wasn't real, but I want them to be real. So I choose to remember them as real memories with you. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for being with me, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. And until next time,